Okay, so the topic of our first video is gonna be pet peeves. And yeah, I tend to have a lot of those,
We all
so
do, yes.
we can just dive right in and talk about it.
We were gonna do a top 5 for each, but no, like,
Yeah,
we just want to bounce off each other.
exactly. We don't want to confine ourselves. Okay, Omar, you want to start with one of your pet peeves?
A big one I have, which is the reason why I'm chewing gum, bad breath.
Mm-hmm.
What I used to do is, this is really bad, but like, if I knew someone who had bad breath, I'd offer them a piece of gum. But then someone had to confront me and say not to do that because it's rude. So then I was like, okay, I'll just lay off the gum and keep it to myself.
I remember one time we used to work together at a retail store, and I was talking to him, and he goes, "Do you want a piece of gum, Laura?"
Did I do that?
Yes, you did. And I was like, trying to say something, Omar, and he actually said yes. He was trying to say something.
Because it's like almost like a blowtorch of smell in my face. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It is like that.
Some people smell like bologna, shit, like a sack of diapers.
That or like year-old mayonnaise or something.
Year-old mayonnaise.
The worst was in like middle school or elementary school when you're sitting on the bus with someone and they have really bad breath and you're like talking to them and it's like, those seats are closed and confined. You can't really escape from it, especially if you have the window seat.
Right, it's like a saw trap.
It is.
Jigsaw's the bus driver.
But yeah, so that's one of them.
People who walk slow in front of you.
Yes, especially when you're trying to get somewhere.
And they're trying to get somewhere too.
Exactly. Like you wouldn't be trying to get somewhere. You wouldn't be walking if you weren't trying to get somewhere.
Right.
So
if it's work or school, anywhere.
Exactly.
When you're shopping, oh my god.
Especially
when you're shopping.
Yes, and some people walk so fucking slow, texting on their phones. Like, not paying attention.
Or just looking left and right at things.
Yes.
It's like, can you look around your surroundings more and look behind you?
Exactly.
God. And then when you go around, you're like, this maneuver, like, get out of the way.
Yeah, it's like you're switching lanes in traffic or something.
And they're oblivious on the phone, looking at, oh, yeah. They're like...
Yeah.
People who have a tendency to lie a lot.
No, wait, about slow walkers. The worst is when you're at school and people are walking slow. Like, I know you're here every fucking day. What the fuck are you looking at for so long? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, you're looking around, you're like dazed and confused. You're here every day. You're not sightseeing. There isn't anything special to see here. Move along. Get along with it. Go to your next class. Go eat. Go do whatever you're doing. You don't need to be walking slow on your phone. Text when you get there.
Yeah, only people that can walk slow are the elderly people that go to the malls in the morning to play checkers and cards and waiting for McDonald's to open up.
You don't have an excuse, so walk.
There's nothing we can even do about it.
There isn't.
Excuse me, they get upset. Like, who are you talking to? Or, oh, just this person behind me talking. Like,
yeah.
It's inconsiderate. That's just how I feel.
It is very inconsiderate. The next one, liars. I mean...
This is a big one.
It is a very big one. There's, like, different aspects to it, too. Definitely. I look at it as, like, if you have the balls to do it, then you should have the balls to say it. And, there's just no reason to lie about how you feel, first of all. Oh, a big one. Lying about your intentions with your like, if you're talking to someone and you're like, whatever, like a guy you're interested in or something. And I think the number one thing to make something successful through relationships is just communicating exactly what you want. Don't beat around the bush. Exactly. If you have feelings, go ahead and say it. If you're just looking for a one-night stand, go ahead and say it. If you just want to fuck, go ahead and say it. I think it's the most immature thing when you mask what you want to do with a bed of lies. Like, there's no reason to do that at all. It just creates confusion, and it makes people feel like shit.
For both of you. And then you're wondering why this person's acting one way and why. It's because of the lie.
Yeah.
And what else about that? Another thing is when you get caught lying too, it's the most annoying part. Like, I don't even have to say, oh, you're lying, I just know. But when people just have like a pattern and tendency to like lie or even exaggerate. Sometimes exaggerating is a lie to me too. It is. I'm like, don't hype. And also, people who hype things up and talk a big game.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. And it's even for like the littlest things. The littlest things.
Yeah, like
it's unnecessary.
Some people lie about how much money they make. Like
that.
First of all, no one even asked you how much you're making. You're just talking about it just to talk about it. If you're gonna talk about it, at least tell the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's true, especially when like you have enough information and proof
to know that someone else lying.
Yeah, like I'm like, I'm pretty close to you, and we share some of the same peers. We're around the same. Yeah, it's like that or money. Also with people who have such high beliefs and hopes for themselves, but it's not that they're not living up to it. Like every day they probably work on it, but every day they're kind of like.
No, there's some people who actually do lie about, like those people who wake up, take a selfie, say, grind is life, work flow, working on myself. Then they post another selfie 2 seconds later smoking weed and like sitting doing nothing with their lives. Obviously not doing anything because they don't have a job. They're not doing shit. Why are you hyping up what you're gonna do with yourself? Like, if you want to live life by smoking weed and doing nothing, then fucking say it.
Do that. And
don't
like your own home. No one needs to see it.
Exactly. And
nothing against weed, by the way.
No,
it's
not
just,
at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I tend to notice that if you post about it a lot on social media, especially, then you're not really
it's not happening.
Exactly.
One other thing that annoys me is when you're friends with someone and they're portraying themselves in a type of way, and you know them so well, you're like, you don't gotta do this.
Exactly.
It might not be for me to see, but it's kind of like you don't need to do this on Snapchat, Facebook, or Twitter, Instagram. Like, there's no need to. And then you're like, you're a totally different person in person.
Exactly.
Like, what is this whole different identity online?
Exactly. The worst is when you see someone getting praised for like acting a certain way on social media, but in real life they're not that way. And it's like you're getting praised for no reason, literally.
They want like the retweet or the like or the favorite or, oh my god, you're so inspirational. Oh my god, you care about all these causes, but then when you meet them face to face, it's just very
it's silent,
bland.
It's vague.
It's very just nothing.
And it's like
shallow.
Online activism can be a good thing. You can like get recognition and like spread awareness, but like if you're not actually going and doing something about it, then it's pointless. Especially if like you don't even include it in your day-to-day conversation. Like you're just strictly like doing it to flex.
Actions speak louder than words. It might sound cliche, but it's true. A tweet can only go so far. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's how it is to me. I can't even think about the last time a tweet or a status really went that crazy. I mean, if it does, it's usually about celebrities
something stupid,
or something just
irrelevant.
Yeah, like something we all can't relate to.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this person said this about this. Oh, this person has beef or something. It's like, okay. And that's another thing. You don't need to like showcase who you have beef with or problems with too. There's no need for that. Why are you pumping everybody up? It's almost like you need an army to defeat that. That's what it looks like to me.
It's like address your issues where they need to be addressed, not
call them or something. Exactly. Half of you know each other.
Like that little famous quote. If you have an issue with me, call me about it. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough to have an issue with me.
I remember that's a good one.
That one is true. But yeah, so there's that. Right. And one of my biggest, hands down, biggest pet peeves ever is when someone tries to condescend me or make me look dumb. I hate that so much, especially when I know that I know what I'm talking about, and they know that I know what I'm talking about, but they're just trying to play it off like, like I'm dumb,
dramatic,
or like
you're being dramatic,
or I'm being dramatic, or
that word annoys me sometimes.
It is annoying. Like,
if I'm proving a point, doesn't mean I'm being dramatic.
It's true.
My fashion is just, I don't know. It's a quality, okay?
That whole like condescending, I'm trying to play you off dumb is a defense mechanism for someone who feels salty when they lose an argument. Like, I'm sorry you lost, but accept it and move on. Like, You can even, say, I'm sorry, Lara, I was wrong. You've made a really good point. And I would say, thanks. Like, I appreciate it.
Or you can
like,
make it known, like, you're completely right. Just like, I do agree or partially agree. It's okay to say you're right. I don't know why we've come to the point where we can't give recognition to another person. Like, oh, you are right. Oh, you kind of do make sense. I always try to do that with people. Even if I don't really want to, that's how my conversations are. I like that. I don't always like looking right because I'm not.
It's fine. Yeah, like, let your guard down. Admit that you made a mistake. It's fine. I'm not going to be like, haha, I was right. Like, it make you shut up or something like that. No, I'm going to be like, thanks. Like, I appreciate you acknowledging the conversation and how it went. It's, like, not a big deal.
It's not even about winning or losing. It's just...
It isn't.
That's how the conversation was. You learn something, that's it.
Whenever I go into a conversation, I try to just... I do like proving my point. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I do like proving my point. But I'm always willing to hear someone else out, listen to their opinion, and then if I have a rebuttal or an argument back, I'm going to say it in a... What's the word? Like, proper way. Like, I'm not going to be rude about it. And if I do hear something that I like from the other person, I'm going to say, yes, like, I agree with you. Like, maybe I was wrong about something else. I don't mind doing that. But when I don't receive it in return, that's when I pop off. Like, I cannot stand it. Like, that's when you're asking me to go off on
she
you.
Does pop off.
Yes. Like, and I'm not talking about, like, pop off, like, in a ghetto ratchet way. I'm talking about, like, I go off, like... And I'll destroy you with my words, literally.
With my abilities and capabilities.
Yes. Yeah. And I have no shame doing it because you brought it out of me, so... Yeah.
I think another pet peeve I have, it falls back, it still... It can come with lying. Like, people who don't take accountability.
And that's a big one, too.
The responsibility and things. I don't like it when... like, you don't take ownership... And you don't... What am I trying to say here? It's different for everyone, but accountability as...
Kind of just like I said before, if you're at fault, own up to it. Just do it. It'll make life a lot easier.
That, and let me know that the result and the outcome was because of you. Don't say, oh... Well, don't put the blame on other people.
People who say, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's not a real apology.
I don't like that.
That's basically saying, like, it's not my fault that you are being dramatic and over-emotional.
Yeah, I don't care if you're trying to be an unapologetic bitch or something like that. Okay, this is the Madonna time. That is nothing that pisses me off, too, really. The whole, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's you saying, you're the issue, you're the problem. I'm not going to say... I'm sorry.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's not that hard.
Even if you don't think what you did was wrong, you offended someone, obviously, so apologize for it. And that's it. And move forward.
If the shoe's on the other foot, you'd expect something like that too. You'd say it's not genuine. You would say they're not being real. They're not taking it serious.
You're going to cause more issues by being sarcastic and rude about it than just coming out and saying sorry.
Like, I don't like people who are overly, like, we can all be sarcastic, but if someone's, like, overly sarcastic and cynical to the point where I just have to, like, get away from you and distance myself from you. Yeah.
Another thing I don't like is people who have, I know this can, like, sound kind of, what's the word? Not empathetic and, like, selfish in a way, but I don't like people who kind of, like, are fake with themselves to the point where they are rude about it in a way, especially to those around them. And, like, their insecurities kind of come off as meanness or cruelness towards others, like bullies, basically. Like, you're insecure with yourself to the point where you have to, like, be rude and mean to other people. And that can be displayed in different ways, too. Like, not even just bullying, like... Someone who has, like
the quote, hurt people hurt, but you don't have to use that as an excuse.
Exactly.
Just because you're hurt or in pain doesn't mean you can inflict on other people and say, oh, woe is me. If I'm suffering, everyone else around me will. That's psychotic. That's not
some
right,
people who, like, see an aspect in themselves that they don't like and they see it in someone else, they're going to attack it because they can't accept it in themselves and... Maybe someone else pulls it off better than them.
They don't work on it. or maybe they're even intimidated by it.
It's true.
And I hate when people, oh my god, won't admit that they like the person.
Yeah.
Like the quality. It's like you like them. You can say not like love, like oh, like I like them, but like I'm not using these middle school terms. But like I enjoy this person's company. I like listening to them. Like they're cool. I don't like when people try to dog someone out for their strengths, what they have, what they possess. It's like there's nothing wrong with someone being good at this and being good at that, and you constantly bringing it up as in like shade when it's really not. It's like I'm good at this. I was meant to be good at this. I've worked on it.
Exactly.
I almost used the word gift, but I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, like an example of that. I didn't notice this at first, but like Omar did. I like math a lot, and I just love it. Like it's my favorite subject. It always has been. But I remember Omar and I were shopping the other day, and he asked me about a price or something like that, and like it involved fucking simple math. It wasn't even a big deal. It was like multiplication or something like that. So I like answered him. Like he asked me like, hey, how much would this be if like I did this, and I like answered the question, and the person that we were with was like, you always doing math and shit.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Mathematics.
There she goes, using her fucking brain like a computer. Like,
oh yeah.
And this is like not even just a one-time thing. I'm not being sensitive about it. Like I'm not the type of person who gets offended by stupid jokes like that. But like when it's brought up constantly to the point where someone notices it, then what's the problem? Like, say it. Come on, bring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
one-liners. One-liners are that. They should be said once. One-liner. It's a reason. Like exactly. Yeah. When it's constantly brought up, then it's on your mind.
There she goes. The ratio of this. Oh, Laura's gonna do this. She's probably at home trying to figure out this equation. It's like maybe I'm doing homework or something. But why did they bring it up as in like it's a negative?
Exactly.
And it's like math, but you know.
Exactly. And it's like you're low-key trying to throw shade. Obviously,
and
with a deeper meaning.
It's not even real shade.
Yeah.
It's nothing. That's not even an insult.
It isn't.
I pat my back. I don't care.
Exactly.
It's my strong suit.
It's like no one makes fun of nerds anymore. This isn't Lizzie McGuire. Seriously. It's true.
Yeah, that's like outdated, I feel.
It is. When you hear like 80s, someone say he's being a nerd, like that's not a thing.
Geek.
Yeah, exactly.
The Geek Squad I know is one from Best Buy. And they help, so I don't care. And plus the geeks and the nerds, they help. I don't even label them like that, but smart people are smart people. Intellectual people are intellectual people. That's just use those words, use those terms.
Exactly.
Rightfully so. Geek and nerd and all that, that's unnecessary. That's
true.
like, I don't know. What's another... Someone who's very abrasive but not rude and condescending, you want to call them a bully. Not everyone who's like truthful and like outspoken is a bully.
It's true.
That's another thing
that's so true.
I remember like
there's a difference.
Go ahead.
There's a difference between being honest and being mean. Being honest is kind of like saying the truth about someone that everyone else is afraid to say, while being mean is like attacking something they can't control. Like for example, like you're a fucking fat ass or something like that. Like that's mean, that's bullying. But like if you say something like this person has an issue accepting people for who they are, that's not bullying, that's the truth. And I'm sorry you had to hear it that way, but you know, someone had to fucking say it, and that's it. That's not bullying. There's a huge difference.
People want to throw that word around so loosely, they don't even know the definition. Like the meaning is lost, just like the word with like the meaning of friendship is lost.
It's like cyberbullying. I don't believe in that whole thing. I'm sorry, but I don't.
You don't believe in cyberbullying?
No, not at all.
I mean, you've seen on Twitter people attack people.
I've seen people being attacked, but it's just like, I don't know, turn your fucking computer off.
You have the power to block, delete.
Exactly.
You don't have to delete your like account. But
even if it means having like a whole fucking list of blocked people, do it. That's what you have to do.
You'd be surprised how many people I had blocked on Facebook. Now it's deleted. It's not because of those people, but just because I don't do Facebook.
I don't know. I feel like there's bigger issues than cyberbullying for sure. That's a very privileged issue. It is, but that's a whole other topic.
For a different video.
Exactly.
Any other pet peeves? I'm sure we have more, but this is just like us narrowing it down to like the ones that piss us off the most.
Yeah, or the ones that we encounter the most.
Every day. What's
Yeah.
another one? We did embarrassment, bullying, slow walkers, bad breath. What's another one?
I don't like people that are too quiet, too.
Really?
Yes.
No, wait. That was always a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
If you're around someone,
and you're obviously trying to be nice and make conversation with them, and they're not giving you anything to work with at all.
it's like they're just standing there like a statue.
Literally, like.
So why did I even invite you out? Why did you invite me out?
Not even that. Just
work on the conversation and work on.
Just like even at work too. Like I said before, him and I used to work together at a retail store, and there's this one girl who, no matter how nice you are to her, how like inviting you may seem, she always comes off so rude and so mean, and it's ridiculous. Like I'm not even gonna say I'm not gonna say her name, but like I'll be like, "Hi, how are you?" and like genuinely asking her how she is, how her day went, trying to start a conversation. You know, like this is how you meet people. This is how you make friends.
Right, and she's all stunned, like
she's
like swallowing, like, oh my god.
Yeah, or like making not even just like being scared, just like being rude and like giving weird looks and like dirty looks, like hi, and I'm just like, yes,
or what? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like,
what am I doing?
I'm communicating. It's what humans do.
You're my coworker.
Exactly. Like, and it's just like maybe they're insecure.
And
like,
they turn around and make it look like, oh, they don't like me or they have a problem with me. It's like
maybe you're just not used to.
You're creating problems if you're not going to socialize.
Exactly.
You're at work. You're going to have to socialize everywhere. You can't
that's
really
why
avoid it unless you, I don't know, admit yourself to a mental institute or something.
Exactly. Like, that's why I kind of don't feel sympathy for shy people. Like, you need to get the fuck over it.
Especially when it gets to, like, your 20s, I feel, too. Like, that stuff might have been cute in high school and middle school, but,
it's
I don't
true.
know. It's annoying.
Like,
when I see emptiness here and just someone who's, like, even if it's, like, if I'm out for dinner or a bar or a club, I'm not naming anybody, but like, and there's someone there who's just, they're all for it. They want to be there. They don't oppose of anything. It's just, they're not talking. They're looking around. They want to leave. Why are we here? Then it becomes like am I doing something wrong here?
It's
and it
true.
makes look like I wasted my time coming out. And then you start questioning, should I have even invited you? Why am I even friends with you? What's going on here?
It's
Maybe
true.
we should just stay as texting buddies, or just every blue moon we'll say something to each other because it's easier for you to text and talk in person. That's another thing too. If you're more comfortable talking through text or online and not like calling or being on the phone or talking in person, that's annoying. Communicate.
It's true.
I'm not telling you to go back to like, a different century. I'm not like telling you to like. It's not asking for much. I'm not telling you to not have your phone with you. I'm not telling you to like, just be an Amish person or something like that for me.
It's going to reflect not even in your social life, but in your career too. Like
every day with your relationships, with your friends, with your parents.
No one is going to be sympathetic for you just because you're shy. Like your
this
boss
world.
isn't
Not
going to
in
give
this
a
world.
fuck. Exactly.
Not in this world, no.
Yeah.
You need to be able to speak.
It's true.
Doesn't mean that like, always give input or feedback all the time about stuff. You don't need to, but just speak when spoken to. If there's someone being mean to you, you don't have to speak to them, of course, but like just, I don't know, be polite, have manners, act accordingly when you're in a setting of work, home, or school, or any other place.
Exactly.
It's really not asking for much.
It isn't at all.
Especially people who are so talkative online. To me, that's harder for me to do. I can't be online like that too much, communicating. I get confused and lost. There's too many people messaging me, too many things to look at. I have to do it one by one. And
it's harder to express.
Why don't you respond to me?
Yeah.
I'll get to you. Wait.
Yeah, and it's like harder to express your true intention online.
Anything can be twisted online.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's such thing as a tone through text.
There
could be, yeah.
For sure.
But I'd rather always, every time I have like an issue with someone or want to meet with someone,
I
like doing it in person. Because I can look at them in their face, read their
Body
language is
says
a huge one. Also, if they're quiet and mute, You already know what it is.
Yeah.
They're not worth your time.
Exactly.
You get up
and leave.
Yeah.
Walk out.
The
Ditch
restaurant,
them.
leave your money, and
Exactly.
and then they later on go to someone else or like
They're so
they're so mean
mean.
to me. I don't understand what the problem is.
I'd be
I just don't
like,
get it.
you should have fucking said this, but you don't have a mouth, obviously. Apparently, you don't know how to speak, so...
And no one, I wouldn't be coming off like in attack mode or anything like that. I don't get
No,
loud or
yeah.
violent or anything like that. Other people maybe.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't do that. I don't play that.
Exactly.
Not to act like I'm like sophisticated or something, but no. I like talking at this level with this tone,
Yeah,
with his mind.
exactly.
And I don't know. There's another pet peeve or not.
What?
I don't know if there's another pet peeve you want to say.
No, I think this is good.
This is good.
This is getting long, too. But yeah,
Yeah, those are our pet peeves. They weren't like listed or anything. It was kind of just, I don't know if it was all over the place, but...
Yeah, but we hope you like it, and yeah, we'll be back soon with another video.
Bye.
Bye.